the description fits me kancane. Okay, I talk to her. She, I think I'm rocking. I think, you're going well. How we go? What's up? Okay, now the point thinks I'm rocking. Now I'm like, okay, do you think we could potential? See, there's two types of no's when a girl says no. Bro. There's one that's sincere and then there's one that's unsincere, bro. I thought she was gonna say yes, bro. Walk into class. I never really asked her. And then she's like, nah. I'm like, nah, what? I don't want you. Hey, my brother. My heart dropped to my feet, my brother. I didn't know what to
do. Okay, for me, the question, because you're asking why are we still shaken by, and I think it's normal. I think that's very normal, and there's no sit in it because
expectations and all.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to thought of Jesus when he was about to get crucified. He goes with his favorite disciples, his closest friend, right? And he prays, and he says, "Listen, wait here for me. We're going to pray. I'm going to pray. You guys can stay here and pray for me. I'm going to pray." Right? He comes back and he sees them sleeping.
Okay.
And Jesus' words after that are he's hurt. You can tell this man is hurt, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Triple M Show. As you know, I'm your host Ebenezer, and our guests today are
Noble Tanaka.
And this is our first episode for 2026. Happy New Year's, guys.
Yes. Merry New Year.
Merry New Year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so because we are coming into a new year, we're coming from a hard year 2025, full of rejection and disappointment. We want to address the topic rejection. So sit back, relax, and let's jump right into it. Hi guys, I hope you guys are feeling well.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Merry New Year.
I hope you've made your resolutions. And
Nah, I didn't. Just going with the flow.
maybe during the episode you'll find something you want to add to your list.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I wanted to start off by asking, what rejection experience do you think hurt you the most and you didn't expect it to hurt that much?
Oh. Okay. For me, I think there's one that I can think of. I don't know, you know the phase, like how you got the Pathfinder phase and the Adventure phase.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You got the drill squad that'll be marching.
Mm-hmm.
So like on Sundays when we practice, when I look at the drill squad, I wanna be there. I wanna make sure that I'm going to be one of them who are marching, left hand, right hand, automatic drill, you know, to the point where I got home and I would practice for it. Like in my free time, I'd practice for it. Like after school, I'd be marching at home alone, making sure I know what I'm doing. And then the marshal at the time, who is a very, very good older brother of mine now, was supposed to make the pick and choose people.
Okay.
And then he's choosing people and I was not chosen. And it's something that like, when I look back at right now, it's like not that deep, you know? You could have done something else. And there were a lot of activities and I did end up doing something else. But the fact that I was not in the drill squad hurt me so much to the point where I didn't want to attend Pathfinders anymore. I was like, you know what, Mom, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore because what do you mean? And I feel like that type of rejection, you know, having anticipated the fact that I'm going to be part of the drill squad and not being part of the drill squad, I think that is a rejection that
hurt you more.
That hurt me the most. And when I look at right now, shouldn't have hurt that much.
But look-y valid because I feel like Pathfinders, a lot of us kind of found the theory boring, the writing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is fair because it was like homework for us.
I was all about playing drums.
And what made it fun was the marching and whatever and being part of that squad that does those fancy drills. And I think for me, it was the drums. I always wanted to be part of the drumming squad, guys.
Yeah.
Some of us are retired now.
I wish.
I think
it was because I'm a girl. Because most of the time,
it was boys.
there were guys who were busy with the drums. So now when I'd wanna learn, they'll chase me away. So yeah, it was rough.
Oh, plus you're a girl.
It's sexist. Dude.
No, but like, thing is, if you had like, if you're a girl and you're playing drums, you also had to be good. You see,
yeah, but I needed to learn. How you have to learn. You have to start from somewhere. Exactly.
Competition, nah.
It's valid, ne?
Yeah, it's valid.
Okay, what?
Bro, I don't know, bro. I have a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot, bro. I have a lot of rejection experience. Yeah. But let me talk about this one, bro.
Okay.
Now it's high school time, bro.
Yeah.
It's high school time. Grade 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you think you're cooking, chief.
Yeah.
You see, you think you're cooking. Now I arrive there. Okay, it's fine. Beautiful. God's creation is beautiful, you know.
Oh.
God's creation is beautiful. So now there was this vendor one. This vendor, Mutuamu vendor.
Okay.
And then okay, we're talking, right? Mm-hmm. I was not into her like that.
Okay.
But then now she was the one who was talking to me, right?
Okay.
Now me, I say that no, man. I'm turned about vendor, man. I like this light skin one, bro.
Oh.
And now during that time, now the one was trending. Told that can answer.
Yeah.
The description fits me than none.
Yeah.
Okay, I talk to her, chief. Me, I think I'm rocking and think, it's going well.
Yeah.
I will go, what's up? We talk. Okay, now the point thinks I'm rocking. Now I'm like, okay, do you think we could be potential? So there. And then she's like, okay, I'll think about it, you know. Yeah. Me, all along, I'm thinking the boy is cooking. Because now you can remember now, boy. You see, there's two types of no's when a girl says no, bro.
Oh, yeah.
There's one that's sincere and then there's one that's unsincere, bro. I thought she was going to say yes, bro. Okay, she's like, she'll tell me tomorrow. Tomorrow came, I wasn't even bothered like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm
so you asked her like today and then tomorrow she said she'll give you the answer?
Yeah, that was the scary part. But I never really thought much about it.
That's a red flag.
Yeah,
that's a red flag though. Like she'll tell you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's like, the boy was still young, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow is fine. We are here, we're talking now. We're walking to class. I never really asked her. And then she's like, nah. I'm like, nah, what? I don't want you. Hey, my brother. My heart dropped to my feet, my brother. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, bro. I'm like, I was defeated, bro. I just shut my eyes. This is grade 8, bro.
Yeah, fresh.
I'm fresh. I'm like, I'm kicking a ball. This is grade 8. I know. Kanti, there was a grade 12, boy. I was like,
that's worse.
I was defeated.
Yeah.
Ever since then, hey, it's me and my books, my boy.
Yeah,
it's me and my books. You see, so in my heart, it was at my feet.
After that day, you locked in.
I locked in, bro. I'm like, bro, I don't want these things, bro. These things will see me in university, bro.
Yeah.
It's me and my books. That was a rejection now.
Oh, man. No, but valid.
Have you been rejected?
I think we've all been rejected. I think rejection is something that we all go through in life. And we have to learn how to get through it, you know. And that's why I thought this topic would be perfect, especially to start the new year, you know. Maybe I'll tell my story on another platform.
Okay, that's fine.
My next question is, do you think rejection is a test of faith or a test of identity?
No, my brother, this one is deep. Faith or identity?
That's okay. Faith or identity. Okay, so for me, I think rejection is a test of. I think it is a very good test of identity because you need to understand that if you're rejected, you become someone who either accepts the rejection or become desperate for acceptance.
Okay.
And if you become desperate for acceptance, you lose your identity. So that becomes a very fine line of this is an actual test of who am I? You understand?
Okay.
I get rejected by a group of friends. And because I'm desperate to be accepted, I begin to live a life that not really
pleases them.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that's a test of identity. And a test of faith is sometimes it's not even about the world outside, you know. It's about something that you really want, that not even a lot of people, or that nobody knows about. You know, it's probably a conversation between you and God on God, I want this for my life. And then somehow that doesn't work out for you. And in that exact moment, it's a test of faith. Or sometimes you pray for things and the opportunity arises, but then you realize this is not where if I end up here, my walk with God is not going to be the same. So you have the faith to say, you know what, man?
Although it didn't work out.
For example, like I might be a soccer player, but you know the thing a soccer player is not gonna work out for you and the 7. And then you wake up and you're not me, I wanna be a soccer player. But because I have faith in God, I'm gonna reject this offer. You understand? So it's not even just you getting rejected, but you even rejecting things. And that can be a test of faith. That's what I think.
So you think in different circumstances it can test either?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was also thinking along the same line that it can go both ways. Because many times we choose what's best for us. We think that when God says no, I want you to turn right, I want to turn left. You see? So it's a matter of, although God says no, do not turn left, you have faith enough that although I turn right, God is still going to work out for me. I mean, God is still going to have a plan that's going to work out for me, you see? And also at the same time, like I said, I do think it's both ways. Also your identity. If you get rejected, like he said, it's either you accept the rejection or you turn out to be a person that you're not. And many times we turn out to be the person that we're not. And we find out too late when we're now trying to please others that, no, this is not for me. By the time it's too late, it's probably difficult to go back to the original person that you were, or it's difficult to outgrow the habit that you have already indulged in. So it can work in both ways.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, I think the identity one, I feel like for me personally, from my view, a lot of people, young people who are still trying to discover themselves, struggle with, because our priority seems to be impressing other people and not glorifying God. God should be our priority. If what we're doing is not to the glory of His name, that's not something that should give us stress or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the story of Joseph, he was rejected by his brothers. That was his type of rejection. Do you think that rejection was necessary for God's plan, or things could have still happened the way it did without his brothers hating him?
I think it was necessary. I think the reason why I think it's necessary is because, sometimes we need to go through those certain life circumstances in order for us to learn a lesson out of it. Because if you look at Joseph, right, he was rejected by his brothers, right? God says that it was a transition from the land where he was into when he was going to Egypt, right? So I believe that in order for God to make him realize that, no, this transition is necessary, you need to leave your people behind because I have something better for you to take care of in Egypt, you see? So...
But that wasn't a choice, Loki.
No, it wasn't a choice.
They sold him.
Yeah, no, they did sell him. But my point is, it is necessary because God had greater plans for him in Egypt.
Yeah.
That's my point. That although people reject us, we're not there to please other people. We're there to do things for the glorification of God. So I believe that it was necessary because God had something greater for. Many times when we get rejected, or rather when God makes certain stuff not go our way, rather, it's because He has something greater for us. But many times we do not see it because we are ignorant, you see, or we're arrogant. So I believe that the rejection was necessary because God had something greater for him. And it also comes back to the previous question that you asked. He had faith, saying that although my brothers had rejected me, I still have faith that wherever I'm going, you're still going to take care of me. That's why when he arrived there in the land, it says, I remember the God of my father, Jacob. You see, because also Jacob did play a role in upbringing Joseph, you see. So I do believe that the rejection was necessary because he had to have faith that, okay, where I'm going, there is something greater for me, you see. But yeah, it's also a matter of the relationship you have with God. Do you trust God enough? Are you opened? Are you open-minded? Are your eyes open that although things do not go my way, there's still something greater for me that God has planned for me?
I think with that one, grade 12s for 2025, log in. that the 13th is close, and I know a lot of us are like
The 14th.
Oh,
13th. The
13th.
marks are coming out.
results,
13th.
metric results.
So
Oh,
like,
I'm thinking of Valentine's Day. I was
So
like,
that
nah.
Yeah.
and even if you are rejected by your marks, there's always a way. Maybe your way is being a social media. There's always a way, man. Like I feel like that should give us some ease.
Yeah.
Give us some ease.
But now the problem is
If it's
pressure
not
also.
school, being fired or whatever situation that you're rejected from, I think having that mindset, I think it's faith.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you need
it
to have
is.
faith first. If you don't have faith, I don't think you can really have that kind of hope that even if things are not going my way, things will get better.
But now you cannot have faith if it's not accompanied by works. You have to work also.
Yeah, facts.
You can't just sit and just say, I have faith in God. Come on. You have to work. Yeah.
Okay, I think for the Joseph part of things, I think if we try and imagine, my imagination is crazy.
It runs wild.
But like,
yes.
but like, if you try and imagine, like, how it could have ended up if his brothers were on his side. Remember, later on in the story, there's a famine in the land of his father, Jacob, and so they need to come and get help from Joseph, who is a cousin. Assuming that his brothers were on his side, if the famine had hit, they would have all died.
Yeah, because
You understand?
he wouldn't have had that power.
So I think we really need to stop looking at rejection at a small scale.
Yeah.
At a small scale, it's bigger than you. Sometimes God will reject you for the benefit of others.
Okay.
Remember, Joseph is rejected by his brothers. And in the end, he saves those same brothers.
Who had rejected.
You understand? So God allows rejection to take place in our lives. So we can even help other people. You understand?
Compassion.
So you're looking at things like, I got rejected by my mouth, I got rejected by... Relax.
It's for the benefit of others. Sometimes.
Even if you don't see it now. Because if I was Joseph, guys are on alive. You get put in a hole in a well by your brothers.
You even get sold, my brother.
You get sold. You get there. You're working for God. A woman tries to seduce you. You tell her, I don't want you. You're in jail.
You say you are in today's world.
It's a lot, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to stay faithful to God in such circumstances. But he still remains faithful to God. You understand? And the rejection pays off.
You can learn from that.
Exactly. So my point is, you're rejected right now.
Yeah.
Stop giving up on God. Stay with God. Trust the process, and your rejection will pay off. I think, rejection pays off, and I think in this case, Joseph's rejection was necessary, and it paid off.
Jeremiah 29, verse 11.
Exactly. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord.
Word of the day.
You see?
Yes.
So
Not to
always
harm
trust
you.
God's plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question that I have for you guys, if God accepts us the way we are, why do you think we are still shaken by the rejection from others? I think we explained it, but like explain it a bit more.
I'm only human after all.
Yeah, I think that answers it. At the end of the day.
I'm only human after all. I think
Yeah.
the problem is we seek a validation from a cruel world that crucified a perfect man. At the same time, we should acknowledge that we are humans, right? We're created. We are bound to make mistakes. We're just created as humans, We don't know the beauty of creation behind humans, because it's God who put his thought and came up. You don't know how God thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my thing is that at the same time as humans were given free will by God. All right. So I think it's a matter of we're not at the level of the same thinking capacity as God. Where God says that he knows the future, he knows everything. Not at that level whereby we can say our mind is synchronized to his, whereby we know that, okay, you are a human, right? You do this, you do that, right? And then I have let's say you reject me, right? And then I still seek validation from you. God is not the type of person who seeks validation, you see? So I think it's just a matter of our mind is not synchronized to him like that. It's not in sync like that, right? So at the end of the day, we are humans. We are bound to make mistakes. So I think it's a matter of when we realize that we are seeking validation from humans instead of God, that's when we can try shift our focus and put it on God. I don't know, bro.
Okay, for me, the question, because you're asking why are we still shaken by, and I think it's normal. I think that's very normal, and there's no sin in it because
Expectations as well.
you understand.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to start of Jesus when he was about to get crucified. He goes with his favorite disciples, his closest friends, right? And he prays, and he says, "Wait, listen, wait here for me. We're going to pray. I'm going to pray. You guys can stay here and pray for me. I'm going to pray." Right? He comes back and he sees them sleeping.
Okay.
And Jesus' words after that are he's hurt. You can tell this man is hurt, guys. You understand? So from that experience, I now know that rejection is something that can hurt, right? And since it hurt a perfect man like Jesus, it's going to hurt me. You understand?
We're not
exactly
immune to it.
So when you get rejected by a human, I think you're going to be shaken.
Yeah.
You're going to be shaken, but don't be shaken to the point where you neglect Jesus, where you neglect God in your life. You understand? Yes, you're shaken. Yes, it hurts, and yes, it's painful. You need to be able to understand that, at the end of the day, God has a better plan for me. I think that's where we need to end up at any given moment, at any given point. But the point that we're going to be shaken, I think that's going to last forever. I think we'll always be shaken by rejection from anyone, from any person. You will always be shaken by rejection. Just don't be shaken to the point where you neglect Jesus. I think.
Whenever something came to mind, do you think Jesus was shaken when Peter denied him?
No. Thing is, he knew it.
Yeah.
He said that would happen. So he expected it. I feel like rejection is most painful, especially to us because we don't expect it. We hope for the best. And I think sometimes we do expect it, that thing of saying
this
expect
person is
the
capable.
unexpected, but it still hurts because we don't really know. Jesus knew because he knows everything. So, and I think he also did know Peter would come back to him. So I don't think so.
Makes sense.
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's this saying that I hear a lot actually. It goes like rejection is God's protection. And my question is, do you think that do you guys agree with that saying? And the reason I'm asking is because personally, I feel like people just throw that around whenever you're rejected, and sometimes rejection is rejection. And it hurts, but we can't always blanket it and say it's God because
people become too spiritual.
Maybe it just happened, and that's just maybe it's for the other person. It has nothing to do with you.
Oh, is that thing that you're saying that sometimes you get rejected for the benefit of others?
Yeah.
So do you guys agree with that saying?
Bro,
I mean, it's tricky. It's a tricky one because at the same time, I just came from saying that God rejects us for bigger purposes in life.
So it happens for everyone?
No, but I think it's different. If you're saying he's rejecting us for a bigger purpose in life, it's different from the one of protection. Probably he's protecting you from not going there at all. Maybe what if there's nothing big?
Okay, I have an example. And this one, I've seen it a lot. Like maybe in a church circumstance.
Yeah.
I want to be a deaconess or I want to be a music director. And every time I ask, they say, next year. I'm being rejected from a position I want to serve.
What if you're not meant for it?
But what if I am? You guys know I sing. And I want to be able to have a position where I can contribute to the church, and they keep letting me down because I'm a child. You know that thing of you're still young, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
God's protection, sorry. In my opinion, I think it's just corruption.
Wait, but okay. Looking from their point of view, I understand them, right? Because most of the time, probably, I'm using your example.
Okay.
When we electing people for positions and stuff, They look at the experienced players. Who knows this? Who knows that? You see. So I think probably it's a thing of, are you experienced? Do you know what you're doing in the event that we put you in this position?
But to be experienced, you need to have experience. Like we all started from somewhere.
Because I feel like in like for her example, I feel like such people should be given the opportunity to serve, because everyone needs to start from somewhere. Even that experienced person at some point had zero experience, but even less than her right now.
You can't start as a music director if you're not currently studying in church.
True.
Okay.
True.
Okay, valid.
True.
You can't start as a music director if you're not currently studying in church. Or you see, so I feel, or probably maybe there's just levels to this. Okay. You have to start small. Like using the example, you're a girl who can sing. God blessed you with the talent. At least start by currently studying in church. And then you move. Your special items, soloist, nyana. Oh, yeah. You understand?
Yeah, maybe because
not maybe.
Because some of this rejection is probably something that the devil can also use to get you out of church.
Hey.
Because I'm just realizing now that you see when the story when the story comes out, it's going to be for example, your example, man.
Yeah. Okay.
They didn't give me an opportunity to serve. And then everyone's gonna go on your side. But then someone else is gonna come and be like, listen, Ebenezer is a good Pastor Minchi's director. She's always doing evangelism, but I've never heard her sing. You understand? And then you're like, oh man. So I think rejection is not always protection.
It's not always protection.
Yeah, I don't think
sometimes you do it to yourself.
Exactly. Sometimes you do it to yourself.
And the devil can even use that same tool
against you.
Hey, when now you must leave the church.
And the thing is, he works overtime.
Too much.
Hey.
Not sleeping that guy.
That's a good take.
So I think and many times people now become too spiritual. That's because I got my heart broken by a girl now. That's protection. Relax, man. They just didn't actually like become too spiritual now. They post the business now. No, we confirm that case shall prosper. Come on. Yeah, whip on now, man. They just didn't want you, man. You see, no, guys. I understand we should become spiritual now. Like, there are some instances now where you see they didn't want you. Now,
you're not compatible.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go for people that want you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a broad topic, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is it okay to be upset with God or angry with God when you are rejected?
Nah, I don't think it's okay. But like I said, at the end of the day, we are humans. You know, we too have emotions. Probably for me, somebody I grew up in the church and stuff. I was taught that can't be angry at God. But let's say for somebody else who doesn't have that knowledge about God and stuff, it can be normal for somebody to be angry at God, because like I said earlier on, we are humans. We're created with emotions, different emotions and stuff. But it's not a good thing, in the sense that, like I quoted earlier on, Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Many a times we do not know what's ahead of us. We give up towards the end. We tend to give up when the end is near. Let's say, like I said, let's say God says 10 right. You say you want to 10 left, and then towards the end, that's when you feel like you're getting rejected and stuff like that. God knows the plans that he has for us. It's the same thing that David says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. He is not accustomed to the shadow of death. He's not accustomed to whatever is happening in the valley, simply because he knows that God is with him. So I feel like it's a matter of, you should accept that if things, we can have expectations of the situation. That's what kills us the most.
That's what makes
up now upset with God, because we expect that, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's going to be. Now, when it doesn't become like this, now we get angry at God. So it's a matter of, before you go through whatever situation or before you go through a rejection, accept that if it does not go this way, I'm still okay with God.
But don't you think that's somehow invalidating your feelings? I'm not saying if you're upset with God, it means now you can curse his name, whatever. That's what I'm saying. But sometimes it's hard not to. Let's say you are unemployed and you're educated, you've worked hard your whole life, you've worked for the education, the degree you have, you've been looking for a job for years, you have people to take care of at home, and still nothing comes up. I think it makes it hard to not be upset and to have that battle with God.
I definitely agree that it's not easy for someone to say don't be angry with God.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I've also had testimonies of people saying I used to be angry with God. You understand? And they realize later on that God had a better plan for me. So I think it's difficult not to be angry with God, or it's difficult not to be disappointed, because sometimes it's unfair. I mean, you look at your life, as humans, we have that problem. But we compare ourselves, bro. Like, we'll be sitting here like, okay, every Sabbath I'm in church. I chorus up. Whenever they ask me to do anything, I don't complain. And then there's this guy, he's living this life, he's doing whatever. But look, he's a doctor.
He's
doing he's doing his thing,
Yeah.
And then you look at your life and you're like, is my dedication to God the problem? You understand? And you begin to resent God for such things. But I think at the end of the day, it's a concept that we all should have. God has a better plan for us. Stick to that plan. And something I learned this holiday from my cousin. He said, the difference between a career and your purpose. As a Christian, as a person who believes in God, your purpose shouldn't be making money. Your purpose shouldn't be... Those things are good. Have them. Né? But that's not your purpose. Your purpose is to work in God's vineyard. That's your purpose. And some of us are angry with our purpose, which is a dangerous place to be. Because when you're angry with your purpose, you become such a dangerous weapon in the hands of the devil. Because when you have a purpose with God, for example, you're good at singing, you're good at preaching, you can use that same purpose to take people away from God. And that's a dangerous place to be. Because you become an active member of the devil's army, and you don't even know it. That's the thing. You don't even know it because you're trying your hardest to fight against God, so you feel better about yourself, and you end up in the race of trying to get level with God.
Yeah,
you've been entertaining us all along.
You're destroying the church of God. You're destroying people around you because you are using your purpose for the wrong thing. So I think it's a very, very, very delicate subject in terms of being angry with God. But whenever you feel like you're getting to that point, I think your prayer should be, help me to see the bigger picture of everything, and help me to continue to fulfill my purpose, even when I feel like nothing is happening. You need to continue to fulfill your purpose, doing what God wants you to do. Be careful of ending up on the wrong side of things.
I think it's also like the matter of the faith of Jairus. Remember, he was leading the way, and then the woman touched the hem of God. His daughter is about to die, and Jairus is saying, "Hey man, my daughter is about to die. Jesus, let's make this a quick thing." But now Jesus waited and said, "No, let me deal with this woman first." So it's also a matter of, now the servants come and tell him, your daughter is dead now. But the man still had faith. It now clicks that, you see, sometimes God is in your proximity, blessing other people. He's on the way of blessing you. You just need to wait your time. Because at that time, my brother was witnessing a theological debate between Jesus and the woman and the disciples. You see? So I think it's a matter of, we should have the faith of Jairus, that, okay, even though my daughter is dead, I still have faith that Jesus will rise up my daughter. And now at the end, what catches my attention is that Jesus is leading the way. Remember, Jairus led the way from the scenario of whereby the man was demon possessed, where there was a gathering in Decapolis. And now he's leading the way. Now this time it's Jesus leading the way. So we should stop leading the way that Jesus is supposed to be leading, thinking that we do know better. So I think let us have the faith of Jairus, that although at that moment things didn't go well for him, but he still had faith. And now it says, keep on believing, my brother. Exactly. Present active participle in Greek. It means that before believing, during believing, after believing, keep on believing that things will work out. And now the Bible says, keep on. Jesus told him, keep on believing. And he believed. Jesus led the way. The daughter rose.
Amen.
You see? So...
Well, that's a beautiful story to refer to. I think for now, We're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be back for the second session of this episode. And we're back for the second half of the episode. To start off, I would like to ask you. Um, how does forgiving help with moving on from rejection?
For me, I think it is one thing that I've learned from a lot of speakers and a lot of people's experiences is that forgiveness is not about the other person.
Okay.
And forgiveness is about you. A lot of times when we look at forgiveness, we look at it as if we are doing the person who are forgiving a favor. And now we don't realize that we're doing ourselves the biggest favor. Because when you forgive somebody, you feel good about it. You feel good about yourself. You feel accomplished. And in terms of that being your journey to healing from anything, I think that's essential. It's allowing the other person to go. Because you're never going to heal knowing that if this person ever shows up, if this person, but like people are so angry to the fact where hearing that you were here before them annoys them. It ruins their mood completely. That's how somebody is angry, like they don't like that. And you're ruining your life. Like, how are you going to enjoy life? You know, how are you going to achieve? How are you going to be open-minded? How are you going to do so many things with your life? You understand? So forgiveness is the first step to freeing yourself from the burden of having to get revenge, if I can say in some cases, or even the burden of having to just return the favor. For example, somebody hurt you in any way, you want to hurt them back. It frees you from that burden, and you become a better person overall. That's what I think. That's how I think forgiveness can help.
I think for me, it allows you to make more room for other things in your life and to still have the enthusiasm for future opportunities or future things. Maybe you're rejected from any sort of relationship. Instead of being hung up over that relationship that could have been, you focus on nurturing or putting more effort on relationships that still can be. Same thing with maybe work life or school or anything like that. You have the space for greater things, greater possibilities. And I think one thing I can say I've learned from 2025 is how to forgive and find peace with forgiveness because it's freeing.
But forgiving is hard, bro.
It really is hard, but I think once you really understood, you've tasted the freedom that comes from forgiving, because that's not your problem anymore. I think what makes it harder sometimes it's just we do these things to ourselves. We keep these toxic things in our lives and you wanna forgive again and again and again. If nothing's gonna change, no matter how much you're gonna forgive, you'll still be angry. You'll still be angry. And
but what if now the person you forgive wants to come back into your life and like you really love that? I'm not talking about relationship basis, just in general. Yeah. You really love that person.
It's okay. You know, do you have a story you wanna share?
No, no story I wanna share, bro.
Okay.
No.
I think
let me give an example. Bro.
Yeah.
No, okay.
It's
You have a
okay.
relationship with someone, yeah?
Yeah.
And then things go south. Okay, you for your self-respect, self-worth, you leave the person. And the person says, no, I wanna come
I'm here
back.
for round 2.
And now they're trying by all means to force back. You're forgiving the person a long time ago. But now, that I wanna come back reignites the love.
Okay, for me, I think during the break, we had another conversation and I learned something. He said, be as wise, as sharp as serpents,
but as humble as a dove.
Exactly. So be wise. Be wise. No, this person like you say, you've gotten to a point where you have healed.
Yeah, you've
gotten
forgiven the
to a point
person.
where you've forgiven them. Do you want to start all over?
Yeah, you are starting
Undo
all
all
over
the
as a
work.
process.
You understand?
It's hard
And
work.
especially if they clearly haven't changed, because people do change, but now if a person is still the same, they're just they feel like they didn't hurt you enough the last time. They need to, you know.
At the same time, I think it's a very tricky situation, you know, because at the same time, someone could have realized the bad that they did,
And they genuinely wanna
and
change.
they genuinely want to change, because there are people who have genuinely changed. It's a gamble.
No, I don't say it's a gamble like I'm asking for myself. I'm asking for someone kind of camera. Okay.
I think,
Yeah.
I hear you.
I think ultimately we need to pray for wisdom to make such choices in our life, because certain things, guys, certain people end up destroying your life, like not
completely.
even some of the friends we choose can end up, you know, ruining your life, you know, even just being the type of people that don't lead you anywhere in life. So, you know, when it comes to involving people and putting people into such a important and
Space.
exactly, I think you need to be prayerful about it and be wise about it. Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment.
I don't know, but this thing, like, okay, you know, as Jesus did, Jesus is merciful, Jesus is graceful, right? Jesus forgives and brings back people to the fold. The same Bible then says that you should have a Christ-like mindset, all right? And then now you realize that, okay, let me give a scenario, right? Okay, you're rocking a relationship, it's whatsoever relationship, right? And then, okay, we're youth, we all go through this. Let's say you and I are rocking a relationship, right?
Okay.
Things are going well. And then you realize that, okay, let's say I love you 100%, right? But then I realize that, no, you don't feel loved by me 100%. You feel loved by me 90%. And then you realize that the other 10%, for an example, it can come with a guy who has a car, right? And then a guy with a car approaches you, and then you go with a guy with a car, you leave me. Then you realize that, oh man, this boy who has this boy who has 90%, right? Realize that this guy, I left a guy for 10% with a guy who's able to love me for 90%. So now you try in the guy that you left me for, you try find me in that guy, and then you realize that, no, let me go back to him, right? And we realize that Jesus says that as much as He forgiven, He has grace and He has mercy to extend so that He can bring people back to the fold. So is it the same situation with us, that we can bring people back into our lives, although they've done stuff to us, or it's a matter of we love them from a distance?
I think if they haven't changed, love them from a distance, because, like you said, having a Christ-like mindset, you can have a Christ-like mindset, but you're not Christ.
Oh, okay.
I think having that thing of believing and having faith in somebody's ability to change, and if you've done all you can to help them, I think that's all you can do. I think the thing of someone's heart changing, making someone's heart to change, that is something that only God can do. That's not something you can do. So you cannot put yourself in a position where you're continuously provoked to anger and negative emotions. Let go and forgive and move on with your life. I think that's the most peaceful thing that you can do.
Very profound. Now I hear you. I was asking for someone.
Oh, no problem. Okay, this is actually the last question, and I wanted to ask you, Noble, how can you forgive? How can you forgive someone for rejecting you without invalidating your feelings, without ignoring your pain?
This question seems personal, you.
Because, like, as much as we can, forgiveness goes through a lot of emotions. You go through a lot of emotions when you forgive, and this thing of now we must pretend like I'm nonchalant. It
Not
didn't
okay.
hurt me. Like I don't. Another thing of when a girl rejects you, maybe, and you're like, nah, it wasn't that deep. It was deep, brother. You didn't eat.
That was
You
deep.
didn't eat.
You even forget to
So-
eat, boy.
Wait.
You lost weight.
So-
boy.
Yeah.
I think we should acknowledge that we cannot separate our feelings. We cannot separate ourselves from our feelings or our emotions. I think we should acknowledge the same thing that, like I said earlier on, we are humans. We go through a lot of roller coaster of emotions. It reminds me, Jesus wept. No, at that point, John 11 verse 35, it will show that Jesus had emotions at that moment. He was going through feelings, So there's no way you can forgive being inconsiderate of your emotions or feelings, because the moment you do that, right, that's when you're digging a deeper grave for yourself. You're making things worse for yourself, and before you know it, the pain will be more painful. So I don't think there's a way you can forgive without being inconsiderate of your emotions. You have to consider your emotions in order for you to heal properly. You have to accept the fact that, because it's basically like a person being in denial. It's like you're in denial saying, oh, this has happened. So I think it's a matter of accept the situation, accept that this is what has been done to me, acknowledge your feelings. At the same time, different people release different emotions in different ways. Others cry, others box, others hit the gym. People do different ways. So it's a matter of forgive yourself first. Acknowledge that this has been done to you. Make peace with it, that
This is what
the
happened.
rejection has happened, and there's no way you can reverse the process. It has already happened. So make peace with yourself. Forgive yourself first, Probably many times we can blame ourselves that, oh no, I'm the reason why I got rejected. I'm the reason this happened. Forgive yourself for what you put yourself through. I mean, we are humans. We go through life's different situations. We enter situations unknowingly. We enter situations knowingly. And we can't blame ourselves for that. But forgive yourself. Acknowledge your emotions. Acknowledge your feelings. And make peace with it. Then you are able to forgive the other person. Like you said, we're doing it for the benefit of ourselves. We're not doing it for the benefit of other people. We're doing it so that we can be able to feel better about ourselves and not for the other person. Because the other person is gone, bro. The other person has rejected you, is gone. The other
They've
person's
moved
gone.
on.
They've moved on. Now you're going to stay your whole life
Thinking
about that person. And it's a matter of, if you enter whatever relationship next, it's going to affect that relationship because you haven't healed, you haven't moved on. Now you're going to affect another person's child when they didn't do anything to you. Now they have to deal with you. You see? So I think it's a matter of forgive yourself, acknowledge what you've gone through, forgive the other person. And also, probably some people forgive in different ways, Others, they have to talk to the person in order for them to feel like they're forgiven the person. So it's just a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining me on the show. This was a very nice episode.
Yeah.
I think we needed to. I think we still have a lot to say, man. This topic is it's a lot,
2 years.
and I'm pretty sure we're still gonna face rejection in the future. It's not something that
Big time.
we can run away from.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we will have a part 2, guys. We'll have a part 2, and we'll maybe ask you guys. We'll ask you guys questions if you guys have questions that we can answer.
Chat.
So,
Comment, chat.
so please keep following Triple M Show. We have our social medias. Please subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. You'll find us everywhere. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of the Triple M Show. Bye.